Part three. Okay, so I leave the meeting with Derek, and I do some more research, and I find out two things. First thing, dig and dig and dig. I find a copy of the private placement memorandum that basically says I am in the fund. So I now have solid evidence that a registered investment advisor lied to his investor. Like, this is big, this is fraud, this is huge, this is bad, really bad, this is securities fraud. I go to Todd and I'm like, boom, it says it right here. They lied to me. And I'm telling him, like, we need to go after Derek. And again, he's just like, no, I just don't think Derek has anything to do with this. He just wants to go after Mike. He keeps pushing on this, just Mike. And I start doing my own research. I start reading the statutes, the Missouri revised statutes. I call up there's an investor hotline that the Missouri Securities Division offers. I talk to this woman, I explain my story, the situation, and she was like, oh yeah, that's securities fraud. You need to file a lawsuit. She said, you can file a complaint with us. And if you're going to file a lawsuit, you should do it under the statute, chapter 409, article 5. Great. This is good. I go back to Todd. I'm like, this is what we need to file the lawsuit under. Chapter 409. It's basically general fraud. And then it's got a huge list of other violations. And Todd won't file the lawsuit. And he drafts a lawsuit. He sends it to me like several weeks later, and he wants to file a lawsuit that goes after Mike under the 1940 Investment Advisors Act. I am confused. I am baffled. It makes no sense whatsoever. You're not even going to go after the fund. You're not going after Perfusion at all. And we just start fighting. I'm adamant. I'm like, no, this is like what the Missouri Securities Division recommended. And he won't do it. He's outright refusing. In the same manner that my divorce or modification attorney, Stephanie Jones, is refusing to subpoena bank records. And now I've got this other attorney refusing to do this lawsuit. I've never heard of this. Like, I am speaking to other attorneys that I know that are friends, and I'm like, do you like outright refuse? And most of them were saying, you know, obviously you give stern like suggestions. I don't recommend going at this route, but like, they work for me. And ultimately, if like I want to file it this way, that's the way we go, even if we lose and it's all my fault. But they are like foot in the ground, not budging.